Recall that writing a file was done with fwrite. So we created a file handle in the same way as we did with the read, and then we fwrite to the file handle with a string, and that writes a line of text to the file identified by the file handle and moves the pointer to the next line. We'll have a look at how to use that to read a table from our database and then write it to a comma-separated variable file. This is a useful way of backing up data in a human-readable format. Delete all the code from your test files PHP file and paste the snippet file handling text files write. Obviously, since we're reading from our database, we're going to have to connect to the database. So we've put the secure connection script into this script. And then we're going to name the file. CSV file name is tablename.csv. And the table name has been previously named when we did the select. So we're going to select all of the fields from the table name, which is tuser. We're going to run the query. Then we're going to set up our file handle to open the file which is named tablename.csv with the fopen mode, which is A for append. And then if the CSV file handle has been successful, then we'll echo the fact that we're going to write this file. And while the table row is fetched from the database, we'll use the new PHP function implode, which is the opposite of explode. You may remember that explode separated out a comma-separated list or a delimited list by the delimiter and made it into an array. This does the opposite. It takes the array table row, which is the fetched list of fields from the database, and turns it into a comma-separated list. Then we have to standardize the line endings. On a commercial grade system, lines of text in a text file are ended with the new line character or ASCII character 10, whereas in home computer systems like Windows, they're ended in the new line character and the return character, ASCII character 13. So we're going to remove any new line characters or return characters from the CSV row and then put a new line character in at the end. We'll write the result to the file handle of this comma-separated list and then echo that the bytes were written if the right result is true, or we'll echo an error if it's not, and we'll finally close the file handle. If, of course, the file handle was not true in the first place, then we'll report an error that fopen failed to open. So we'll save the file, still test files. So we'll refresh the demo folder, find the file test files and run it, and it tells us that the file handle was identified as resource ID number 6 and 45 bytes were written for the first record, 59 bytes written for a fourth record, and we should be able to find our CSV file in our files list in the demo folder. So if you go to the folders directory, right-click and click refresh, we see the file tuser.csv, which is the one we tried to create, which we have successfully created. Open that, and you will see that this is a comma-separated list of all of the records in our tuser table. Like I said, a good way of backing up the data in your database tables in a human-readable format.